Hello, it's Mythic here, and I do apologize in advance if I sound a little bit quiet to all y'all because right now I'm suffering from allergies, so my voice is really raspy if I don't have cough drops in my mouth, and my throat is just really sore from that. Anyways, I just want to weigh in with my 2 cents about what I think is going to be coming up in Stormblood and then what I think about the expansion. I know that there are other YouTubers who did a really in-depth analysis like Work to Game and Mr. Happy, and I encourage you guys to check them out as well. So right here, we're just doing some warm-ups before battle, and our friends came to get us, and we're ready to march out into the morning sun and then clone some Garleans and try to take a bridge. So the upcoming battle scene is really interesting because it looks like the warrior gets a gap closer, and then it looks like the Eggy is super huge in comparison to the Lalafell. So I'm wondering if maybe summoners will get to buff their pets and make them bigger or something like that. And then I didn't see it through my replay of the benchmark, but Mr. Happy said that it looks like the paladins get an almost holy or some sort of holy type ability. I think they really need that because they need more AoEs. It looks like Machinist is going to get a flamethrower ability and Astro gets 2 more cards. So that's awesome. And then Red Mage is going to come in and he's going to show off and be all pimp and stuff. I think one of my FC members is purposely going to unlock Red Mage just so then they can dress him up in a purple coat and a purple hat and make him look like Snoop Dogg. And then we saw an arrow, stabby, stab, stab, stab. And then he's going to do a flare-like ability, and that makes sense because, you know, white magic plus black magic equals red magic. So it looks like we're going to pop a grease lightning and then do some kicks. And then we're going to clear this wave of enemies and we're going to move on to the next wave and push the Garleans back. So coming up is Doma, and I'm really curious about what that area looks like outside of what we've already seen. And I know that my FC is super excited for Doma as well, and we're actually trying to save as much gil as we possibly can so then we can afford to move over there. And outside of this scene, there isn't really anything special, just SE putting in a crap ton of characters to try and stress out our graphics cards and to see what the loading time would be like. Honestly, that's not really a problem because, you know, Ildashire, it takes forever to load into there, and if you can load into there, I'm sure you can load into whatever place this is. So coming up, there's going to be a scene where we do some swimming, and I think that that's really awesome that SE implemented that feature because I've always wondered what the underwater environments would look like. And then also the underwater gathering opens up a lot of doors and a lot of new possibilities for things to sell on the market board, new crafted items and things like that. One thing that I was curious about that I wish SE would have done, but at the same time glad that they didn't, is underwater combat. I was wanting that to be a thing for a while, but then I was bummed to hear that that wouldn't be happening. Now that I think on it, though, it kind of makes sense because certain jobs would be totally helpless underwater. Like me, for example, being a black mage. If I were to do Thunder 3, I would be a fried kitty cat right now, and then fire would not go off. So coming up, there's going to be a monster that's gray and red, and it's huge. And there's going to be a lot of people fighting it. And I wonder if that's going to be a hint at what some new S ranks are going to be, or what the new Fate monsters are going to be, or if that is just purely for show here in the benchmark. There's a lot of pretty flying mounts. Many of them that I don't have, that I wish I had, but am crying salty, salty tears of jealousy. One day though, one day I'll get all of the birds and then I'll get the super bird. So that barrier explodes and then the rocks fall down. And then we're going to see a cetus, and it looks like smaller ones accompanied by it. I wonder if we'll ever get that as a mount someday, or again, if that's just for show for the benchmark. So coming up, we're gonna have some more showing off on the part of the samurai, and then also it looks like there's going to be either a Thunder 4 or a Flare 2 from the Black Mage. I'll be curious to see which one of those it's going to be, or if it's a totally new spell. And then there's going to be a Scholar that does a weird tether ability to one of the tanks. And I wonder if that's just a really, really big heal, or if the pet is covering the tank or something like that. And then Bard gets a new ability. It looks like there's going to be new abilities by using Dragon's Blood, and then Ninja gets a Naruto-like ability with that frog. And I saw a White Mage do something like a shield type ability, so that's really interesting. And it looks like Dark Knight gets a shield type of ability as well, or a cover. And I always thought that Dark Knight needed something like that outside of their Limit Break 3. So that was just the Limit Break 3 for the Samurai, and I think Essie purposely cut out that last tick of damage because I was so expecting my character to just like rush forward and cleave the enemy in half. Anyways, this is just my 2 cents on the expansion for Stormblood and the benchmark. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and also take care and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.